his perspective to the ongoing drama right now in the state as we build up to the elections between several parties in the state. Mr. Eyitayo Jegede, I thank you for joining us today here on Newsday. I was asking if you could actually give us a perspective towards the rancor between the governor and the deputy right now, with the legislature being pulled into it, with talks about illegality playing into the mix as after the deputy's defection to the PDP from the APC.
Well, all I can say is that the beginning of this is the struggle for power between the governor and his deputy. And you will recall that roughly 2 years back, APC had 3 senators and also virtually all the members of House of Representatives. But in the last election, the PDP not only defeated APC, the PDP succeeded in securing 2 Senate seats for the PDP. We also recorded about the highest figure in support of PDP from Ondo State. So the APC is a collapsing house. And once they see that the house is collapsing, few of them want to leave a collapsing house and join the PDP. That is what they have done, and that's what I think the deputy has done. Now, the fallout of this is that they have their internal problems between the governor and his deputy. This had been on for quite some time, and this had caused a distraction in governance, to the extent that neither the governor nor the deputy had time for the governance in the state. What had happened all along is that the two of them had been at each other's throats, and the people of Ondo State have suffered for it. They have suffered because government had not addressed itself to the challenges in the health sector. The governor and his deputy had not addressed themselves to the challenges in the educational sector. And there's general discontent in the entire state. So what is happening again is that the APC had imported its crisis, as it were, into the entire state. And they will solve their problems if they want to. But the PDP is focused, and would go by the regulations and continue with our own democratic processes that will lead to emergence of a flag bearer come 22nd of this month.
Well, in 2016, Mr. Jegede, you emerged a parallel candidate of the party in the state as another group produced Jimoh Ibrahim for that election. Again, you have thrown your hat in the ring ahead of this primaries, but you are from the Central Senatorial District of the state. There is the clamor that the power should rotate to the South Senatorial District of the state. Do you think that this will hamper your chances or hinder your chances to emerge the flag bearer for the party this time around?
Let me say this. I think there's been a clear misunderstanding of what has happened in Ondo State. In 1999, the first candidate of the PDP was Dr. Olusegun Agagu from the South. He lost the election. Somebody else from the North won the election, and thus was the governor. Dr. Agagu became a minister in 1999. 4 years down the line thereafter, a new Congress held. The primaries also produced Dr. Olusegun Agagu of PDP, again as a candidate of the party. This time around, he won. So those 2 instances, the PDP candidate emerged from the South. The third time again, the primaries held. Dr. Agagu again emerged as the candidate of the PDP. He's also from the South. Thereafter, he lost the election through the courts. Thereafter, my learned brother, Olushola Okeese, again became the candidate of the PDP, again from the South. I emerged the candidate of PDP in 2016. In other words, I was the only person outside the Southern zone that became the candidate of the PDP. Even at that, you did refer to what you call a parallel structure. The person that challenged my candidature, who claimed that he was a PDP candidate, was also from the South. So you can see all through, apart from 3 days to the elections of 2016, all the candidates of the PDP had emerged from the South. Now I ask the question, which rotation? And you did say that the South said it's the...
Right, Mr. Jegede, I would also, because you were explaining the zoning formula, why it might not work, but we also want to hear from you at this moment in time. What do the Ondo people really need? And what are you bringing to the table? Quite different from those who are aspiring to be governors in your party.
A good number of our youth do not have jobs. Ondo State people are looking forward to a government that will create employment opportunities for the people. If you go to our universities now, the fees being charged have skyrocketed. It had gone from 35,000 to over 250, 300,000, in some cases 180,000. A good number of our youth who do not have parents who have the wherewithal have dropped out of school. We intend to ensure that our people have access to education. Go to our hospital under the pretext of generating revenue, and they call this IGR. Somebody collects a percentage of whatever comes in. 5-year-old girl, 2-year-old sick baby are being inflicted with high cost of Medicare. You have to pay. If you don't pay, you're not treated. We're losing lives. This should not be. The basic responsibility of government is the welfare of the people. And you can see from what is happening in the APC now, they have lost the time and any idea about governance. All they are doing is struggling for power. You can see the governor and the deputy struggling as to who is in charge. And you can see that they have left governance to go on autopilot. What we're saying is that the people of Ondo State deserve a better deal. We intend to create opportunities for industry so that people can get employed. We intend to open our doors in the schools so that children can go to school. They don't have to struggle to their nose to pay fees. Some of us have the benefit of enjoying free education. And unfortunately, it is these APC stalwarts who had the opportunity of going to school free of charge, who had now decided to say that, look, the poor, the children of the poor should not have access to education. And we intend to ensure that, look, even the conducive atmosphere for investments that will allow people to come in and invest in the state and broaden the commerce base of the state. And then you see the old people are also suffering. Those who are pensioners are not getting access to their pension. We intend to correct that. So look, our people are generally suffering. There's so much of discontent.
Well, we've spoken to quite a number of your fellow aspirants for the primaries come July 22nd, and they've been sharing their expectations from that primaries with us. What are your expectations? Do you think your party can conduct a free primary?
We are very hopeful. We're very hopeful that PDP will maintain the democratic ideals and conduct a free, fair primary. All we're asking for is a level playing ground for everybody. Look, the delegates are almost in place. Today we're having our Congress, and 3 ad hoc delegates will emerge from each of the 203 wards that across the entire state. We already have...
Thank you so much, Mr. Eyitayo Jegede. We wish you all the best.
It's a very simple process. Each person goes in there and expresses his preference. That's all.
Thank you very much. Eyitayo Jegede, People's Democratic aspirant for the governorship election in Ondo State, Southwest Nigeria.